You can hear me all right, and hope this doesn't echo too much because I'm going to do a song shortly, and so I'm using the mic. I wanted to share a little bit about my cancer journey, and particularly an experience I had back in Easter. Yes, it was Easter, and that surprised me a little. So, as you know, and this is largely a vlog to go onto the cancer Facebook page that I set up for musicians with cancer and other maladies. And one of the things that cancer patients know is that often the treatment's worse than the problem itself, or at least the symptoms are. And I've been dealing with a few symptoms, a lot less lately, I've got to say. I'm feeling really good. But effectively what happened was that I've been suffering from fairly major fatigue. Started back when I was doing the radiation last year for 8 weeks, and then subsequently got worse as I was on hormone treatment for my prostate cancer. And it had a few really interesting side effects, and one of those that I discovered was that I'm not producing cortisol, which is your body's natural adrenaline, and effectively what that means is when your heart's supposed to thump and give you a fight or flight type experience, for me not a lot happens. I went into Green Lane Hospital and they did some tests on me, and they put a line in. They said, when we do this, body's going to start feeling warm. And so I'm lying there and saying, okay, when's that going to happen? And it didn't. If you've ever had really bad fatigue and lack of sleep, or in my case, I had plenty of sleep. I could sleep at the drop of a hat, and I often did, and I'm still frequently falling asleep at 7 or 8 at night. I wake up feeling more tired than I was when I went to sleep. So some really good friends have been very kind and allowed us to stay with them on long weekends at their batch up north. And one of the things we discussed was going out ocean kayaking. Several years ago I used to own an ocean kayak, and I loved getting out on the water and the waves and charting my way around the coastline of Auckland particularly. And so we went up and got our kayaks up to Mangawhai Beach, and planned to go out on a bit of a paddle. The tide was going out, and it was going fairly fast. There were quite a few yachts moored where we were, and launches going in and out. And so we had a strategy of how we were going to get across the channel and get to the other side of the channel where the water was calmer, and then paddle up the estuary. What actually happened was got my spray skirt on, all ready, feeling quite comfortable, and starting to feel like it used to feel when I was kayaking regularly. And we got on our way, and with the spray skirt, of course, you're locked in, so you can't just pop out. And the current had me rushing pretty quickly towards a large catamaran, and if I hadn't started paddling really fast, I would have ended up probably wedged underneath between the two hulls. And just as I was paddling like mad, a launch came in through a 5-knot area at about 15 knots and created a really big bow wave. So next thing you know, I'm in the water, upside down, locked in with my spray skirt, thinking to myself, well, this is interesting. And so sort of looked around and couldn't see anything other than water, and decided, okay, get out of here. I pulled the ripcord on my spray skirt and kicked myself out of the kayak, and my head bopped up into the water. Because I'm not producing cortisone, there was no fight or flight, and I didn't have any adrenaline, and that meant that I didn't have the strength to climb back into the kayak, so I had to swim it ashore. That was fine, been there before. And eventually had a little rest, hopped back in and paddled up the estuary on the other side of the current so that we didn't have to go back into the current again, and had a good paddle. The interesting thing for me was that when we got back, I wasn't able to explain what had happened to people. I couldn't think of words like channel or current, and this was a sort of a worrying experience to me. And it's probably not unusual for people that suffer from fatigue, but it's something that I certainly hadn't experienced before. Those of you that know me know that I'm in the process of writing what will end up being hopefully either an album or an EP around songs that will be meaningful to people that have cancer or similar conditions, and that will relate, because often it's very hard to relate to these situations unless you actually experience them yourself. And this is a song that I wrote as a consequence of that situation. And really trying to express the feelings that I went through. Not long before that, I'd been watching a Prime Rocks TV documentary about Leonard Cohen's passing, and there was a guy called Rufus Wainwright who was singing Leonard Cohen songs as sort of a tribute, and I thought he was pretty weird. He had a very strange way of singing, very eccentric, and I wasn't sure whether I really liked his music, but at the same time it sort of resonated with me, and I think there's a bit of an influence, a Rufus Wainwright influence in this song. So anyway, I won't hold you for long. This is one of the new songs. There are 3 so far in the series. I haven't been playing a lot, I haven't been singing a lot, so a little rusty, but that's fine. I don't want to make excuses. So this song is called Who Stole My Words. Who stole my words? Who stole my words? It's one thing being tired, it's another when your brain feels fried. Who stole my words? Who stole my words? This cancer fatigue is something I don't need. Sometimes they're crisp and clean, and sometimes they just disappear. Who stole my words? Who stole my words? Does dementia feel like this? Verbal paralysis. The other day I was at the bridge and I saw some I tried to tell you, but it was in vain. I knew what it was, but couldn't say its name. Sometimes they're crisp and clear, and sometimes they just disappear. The good news is that's happening less and less, and since I'm off the drugs and not having any treatment at the moment, while we're waiting to see if my body's going to start producing cortisol and behaving itself again, I'm getting my words back, and that's really important, obviously, as a songwriter and also as someone that likes to blog and write a lot. There's nothing more frustrating than having some of the most basic words that aren't around that should be. I can think of plenty of Anglo-Saxon expletives or complex words, but sometimes the easiest ones or people's names just weren't there. But as I say, that was back in Easter, and right now I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm going to sign off with that, and I hope that might have been interesting to someone and perhaps helpful to someone. So thanks for viewing. Have a good weekend.